It felt like it happened overnight. Suddenly, I had an extra 3 inches around my belly. I felt bloated everywhere. And then I would go to get dressed, and nothing fitted and flattered me anymore. And I was like, what the is going on with my body? And then I realized this is perimenopause. So this is what all my girlfriends had been talking about, that I thought I would just kind of cruise through because, hey, I've lived a healthy lifestyle. I'm super active. I eat a whole food plant-based diet. Maybe I'll feel a few changes, but nothing like I was experiencing. At the same time, I was also on QVC representing a handbag brand, and the brand wanted me to wear solid color clothing. Now, that may not sound like a big deal to you, but I'm a stylist and I know that wearing solid color clothing is very difficult, especially when you are feeling so bloated. You also can't wear something big and baggy on set because that's actually going to make you look even bigger. So what was I going to do? So if you're new to me, my name is Tracy Gold and I'm a personal stylist, designer, and show host. In this video, I'm going to share with you my perimenopause experience, how it shifted my business and helped me to figure this whole dressing thing out so that I can help so many women just like you. So then I had to go shopping because I had no solid color clothing in my closet, never mind clothing that actually fitted and flattered, that I wanted to go on 7 different cameras in. No ways. Oh, I had no idea how bad the shopping was going to be. And listen, girlfriends, I shop for a living for my clients, but somehow it was very different for me. I would go and grab my usual sizes and have to go and grab another size and sometimes another size, and still it wouldn't close around my belly. I just didn't know what I was going to do, and I needed to look and feel confident at the same time. Plus, to make things a little extra intense, I was selling bags, and so bags always seem to be on the table, right kind of where my belly was at all different angles. So it was really very pressurizing. Also, what I would find is that because I was in perimenopause, one moment I would feel fine, and the next moment I would be completely bloated. So I'd find an outfit that I think, okay, this will work. I go up to go to the studio. It is quite a travel from New York. I go to the studio, and by the time I'm going on air, my stomach doesn't feel like it did when I first put that outfit on, but now I have to go on set and it's just too late. I figured out that the fabrics in solid colors are super clingy and show everything, never mind the panty lines. So I was really in a space of like, what am I gonna do? Because I need to figure this out, and I need to figure it out really quickly because I have a job to do and there's no time for me to be going on set feeling all self-conscious and not good about myself. You may be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know, Tracy, can I really relate to that? Because I don't have to go on camera. Sure, my story may be in a little bit more of the extreme, but I bet that there are times in your life when you just want to be able to walk out the door and know that you look good and not have to worry about whether you're having a bloated day or a great day. Maybe it's a presentation that you have to give. Maybe it's a report back. Maybe it's an important meeting. Maybe it's a parent-teacher conference. I know the feeling, and the feeling is real. Then I put on my stylist and designer hat and decided I have to figure out which fabrics are going to work and not cling, which styles are going to give me shape and not make me look bigger than I really am, which fabrics are going to be perfect even if they're in a solid color. And so I set out to figure this thing out. There was a lot of trial and error. I would go to a fabric store and pull out fabrics and drape them around my stomach and look in the mirror and see, is this going to cling? I tried a whole bunch of different styles, both in stores and in my own studio, to try and figure out what are the things that are going to really work like magic to make me feel amazing. And then it happened. I finally found the styles, the fabrics, and the fits that worked. And when I went on set, I felt amazing. Nothing had changed. My body was still bloated. I still had the extra 3 inches, sometimes more, around my belly. I also found that I could just adjust my styling according to what was happening on any given day because these styles were adjustable. Wear a belt, don't wear a belt, wear something. It still gave me shape. And I felt amazing. And that helped me to better appreciate my body. It helped me to get on with my work and do it really well and with great confidence while I figured out what I needed to do to really stabilize and get my hormones in check. You may be thinking, and I have heard so many comments on my channel that say to me, oh, but Tracy, how can you give us fashion advice? You don't even have a belly. Well, let me say, it has been over 2 years now, and I have stabilized a lot since then. I have figured out how to balance my hormones better, and I've made some changes that have really worked for me. But that being said, it's all relative to what is normal for you. Maybe it's that your shape has changed. Maybe the belly that you had before now is even more, or it's different. It's all relative, but the feeling is the same. And then there's also the fact, and I tell people all the time in the comments, I'm a stylist and a designer. And I have been working with women for over 20 years. And so I look at fashion and clothing very differently. I don't just look at what helps my body, but what is going to help women's bodies in general. I also have tried and tested with clients and figured out what really works. So if you are in that place where you're in that massive frustration, you're tired of going to the stores and trying on millions of clothes to walk out empty-handed, you're tired of ordering a whole bunch of things to find that nothing fits and you have to send everything back, and most importantly, you're tired of not feeling as fabulous as you know you could, and you need some help and you want a shortcut so that you don't spend hundreds of dollars on clothes that don't work for you and feel the frustration, then I'd invite you to stick around on my channel. Subscribe, because here I teach you a whole bunch of tips and tricks, magic tricks that is, on how to disguise the menopausal belly and more. And then if you want clothes that really are customized and designed to suit you, you can check out my collection and you can work one-on-one with me. I'll put all the details in the description box below. But for now, girlfriend, I just invite you to decide that you are worthy of feeling fabulous. Body changes and all.